This found you on March 18th. This is your reading for March 18th. If this found you on March 18th, this is for you, okay? I never know what my readings are going to be about, but I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go post my reading, and I just felt like love. Like I even went and grabbed my symphony deck because I was like, I just feel like there's gonna be like a love message come through. Also, like a little card came out, and I'm gonna read that to you in a second because there's always a message on each card. And then when I grabbed my Soulless Oracle deck to do the reading, look what was sitting right on top there, Faded, and there's a couple. Okay, so I was like, loud and clear. Okay, Spirit, I hear you. We need to address love. Okay, I just heard that a lot of you guys just met someone. This, I feel like it's the very beginning stages. Like we just started talking to them, but we're at the stage where we're starting to like them and we're starting to really consider them to be someone with potential, someone that we can really see ourselves being with. And when I say beginning stages, this is a collective reading, so it could be different for each of you, but I'm talking about anywhere of like just meeting or where it's still new enough to where we're not in a committed relationship, but we're in that new phase. So I feel like we're asking questions like, because I feel like this person, when this person came into your life, it felt faded, just like the card says. I feel like this person felt like you've known them from a different lifetime, and also the way they came into your life was very synchronistic and also kind of like out of the blue. It's like you weren't necessarily looking for them, yet they came into your life. So it's like the stars were just aligning, and you're wondering like, what's going to happen next? Like, is this person supposed to be in my life? Okay, so on that note, I'm going to shuffle. We're going to get some more information on the cards. Now, like I did say, there was that card that kind of fell out right there. So let's see what that says to start this reading off. And then we're going to read from the energy of that card, okay? If you guys don't know what this is my Symphony Love Oracle. And there's just a bunch of cards, and they all have different messages on them. I love doing these when I'm doing love reading, because sometimes if I need a little bit of help, if I'm like, here's what I'm feeling that this person would say to you if they could, or like your soulmate that you're supposed to meet one day, or your twin flame from the past, like what is their energy saying? Sometimes we can feel that, but we still are translating energy. And so whenever you have this and you just have a card comes out and it says exactly what you were feeling, it's just that extra nudge of validation that spirit can use to actually have the words right in front of your face so that you are on track. Okay, so this one, we're going to go ahead and jump in. It says, sometimes I'm afraid of not being good enough for you, but I'm working on it every day. Interesting. So whenever I'm looking at this card with the energy, like I said, I feel like it's like a brand new relationship, a brand new situation. And I feel like you might be someone who's kind of out of their league. And it's funny because right when I said that, Spirit showing me like a baseball field, and I'm seeing like someone hitting a home run, and like the crowd goes wild. Even like the announcer is shocked. So it makes me feel like you're probably the best person they've ever dated. And I'm not even saying that, I'm not sugarcoating anything. I mean that quite literally. You are a piece of gold to them. Okay? So they might be playing it cool, but I feel like there's a part of them who, sometimes I feel like their initiative is kind of like slower than you would like. You'd like for them to take a little bit more initiative sometimes. And like I said, I feel like it's because they doubt themselves, because you are like the best they've ever dated. And so it says right here, sometimes I'm afraid of not being good enough for you. So that's the energy I'm really feeling, okay? So let's get some more information from the cards, okay? And let me know, is this resonating for you so far? Soulless came out. Also, for those of you guys that are wondering, this is an oracle deck. It's not a tarot deck. They are different. And oracle decks, you don't need to know how to read, because usually the oracle deck tells you the message right on the card. This is the oracle deck that I made, and they all have poems at the bottom. So, but you can read energy of anything. So I'm just using this like I would the tarot cards. I'm just looking at the card and I'm pulling energy from it. So when I'm looking at this Soulless card, here's what I'm seeing. Again, I get the energy of like, you are a piece of gold. I said that. And then we have like someone coming out and they're surrounded in gold. Also, I just feel like in the summer month, I feel like the commitment's coming by the summer. So I think that there's going to be, summer, obviously we have like 3 months of summer. So I think it's going to be different for each of you. But I think the commitment's coming in the summer. Like when it's hot out, like that's when the commitment is coming. I think you guys will date until then, get to know each other. Because like I said, I don't think that this person's going to be like rushing into anything, because I think that they have to build their self-confidence and they have to realize that you actually do like them, because I think that they, like I said, this is like they're not used to someone like your caliber, and so they're kind of like in shell shock that you are giving them the time of day. So you are going to have to kind of just be patient with them, because they're going to have to be like, oh my God, they almost feel like, oh my gosh, this is like too good to be true. Okay. So that's what we're feeling there. Let's get some more information. Oh my gosh. Look what was underneath it. Worthiness, like Spirit's showing off right now. Worthiness. It's like they're worthy. You're worthy. And I feel like you look at them and you're like, they're amazing. Why would they think that they're not anything other than amazing? And it's because of some relationship drama that they've gone through in the past. It's like that person kind of like, they were afraid. That person that they dated had insecurities, and so they kind of like brainwashed this person into thinking that they're not great, because they were afraid that if their ex that they dated was afraid that if this person knew how amazing they truly were, that they would leave them. So they brainwashed them. You see what I'm saying? And so now this person is still, believing what that ex made them believe about themselves. But you're going to change that. Worthiness. You're going to change that. I feel like you're just like a genuine, humble person. And so, I think that they're going to come around and they're going to realize how amazing they are. And yeah, I think that, they're going to come out of that for sure. Okay. I'm seeing Valerie. Oh, you know what, you guys? When I see this, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to have a child with this person. Like, this is the person you're going to be having a child with. Yeah. And I think it's going to be a girl. I think it's going to be a girl. And I'm seeing little flowers. So, some of you guys, when you get married to this person, you're going to have a really special connection with the little flower girl in your wedding, too. I just saw that. So, wow. I really like this energy, though. You know what? Let's just pull one more from the love deck and see if there's anything else we can get. Let's set the intention. So, if there's something their soul could tell you right now, what would it be? What does their soul want to come forward and say to these cards? Sometimes I have to shuffle for a minute because the perfect card has to fall out. Okay, so this one came out. Two came out, so we're gonna read both. This one says, one day we'll be together. Okay, I mean that makes sense. With the traduction. I have so many things I want to do with you in the future. I can't wait to make it a reality. Okay, there you have it. I think that's pretty set. That's just pretty obvious from the reading that I did. I think that, like I said, come summertime, it's going to all wrap up beautifully. And I'm excited for you. So, yeah, let me know if this resonated. Also, if you like this deck, this Symphony Oracle deck, I'm probably not going to get any more of these in. Okay, so once they're gone, they're gone. So if you think you want this, don't wait. I've looked at some of these confessional decks, and I have not really found one that I like. That's literally why I made this, so I could have it for my readings. So if you think you want one, don't wait. Go get it, because I'm not going to get any more in stock, okay? Also, make sure to follow me, because I post readings every day, and there's going to be one that is exactly meant for you to hear, I promise.